doctor.
Yeah, the good doctor, but without the coat.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's boring. It's boring.
It's Friday. You don't have to wear uniform on a Friday.
Yeah, everybody's asking about the coats, but it's boring. So, in the meantime, Alex 4 has they have their own coats,
Yeah.
the gray ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
Very stylish.
Yeah, they have to pay a lot of loyalties for us because the coats were my idea.
So
Okay.
what do we have for the show?
Yeah, we were very busy during the last few months, and we have some news, mainly A100 modules, but also the MAQ. In the meantime, is 20 years old. Yeah, I didn't believe that we will ever have a product that runs 20 years. 20 years ago, we designed the MAQ 16.3 together with a band, Kraftwerk. I'm not sure if you know them.
I think I heard that.
Yeah, I heard about them. Yeah, and now we make a special edition, 20 year special edition with black front panel and with the same knobs as used in the dark energy and in the dark time units. Inside it's the same, it's just optical
cosmetic.
design. It's only cosmetic. Okay, that's the A100. We have a lot of clock syncing and sequencing news in the A100. In this example, I use the MAQ as a master, as a clock master for the whole booth. The media output of the MAQ goes into a new interface. It's the A198. It's a USB MIDI to clock interface, which has a lot of features to control analog equipment. It has several clock outputs, 96 clock outputs. That means every MIDI clock generates an analog clock. We have a 32, 16, 8 output, and we have the one output which turns high at one of each measure. We have start, stop, and so on. So you can control any kind of analog equipment that expects clock or trigger, start, stop, and so on. We also shrunk the Schaltwerk. There's a new movie coming out, Honey, I Shrunk the Schaltwerk. That's what you see here. It's the A157. It's a trigger sequencer with 8 rows, 16 steps each. It's essentially the same function as the Schaltwerk, but much smaller and much cheaper. So the main problem of the Schaltwerk was the high price, because it took us 2 days to build a unit because there were so many details you had to adjust. And now we can offer nearly the same features, but at a much lower price and much smaller in a modular version. We also think about a standalone version of the trigger sequencer. It will be probably called Dark Flow. You ever heard about Dark Flow? It's another term of astronomy, because the astronomers found that there is a group of galaxies which are obviously attracted by an attractor which is outside of the visible universe. Yeah, and this is a phenomena they call dark flow. So we will probably make a standalone version of the trigger matrix called dark flow, but it's for the future. Well, it's very easy to understand how the trigger sequencer is working. You have 8 rows with each step, with 16 steps each, and it's very simple. If you press the button, the step goes on. If you press it again, it's off.
So it just outputs gate?
Yeah, it outputs gate. Yeah, yeah. Well, we can hear a little bit. I have some voices pre-patched so that you can hear it. For example, we have analog sequence running. That's the lowest row. In the lowest row, each of the steps is activated, and in the upper row, I have a percussive sound, And in the next row there's another percussive sound. And with this row I trigger a sampler. And you can play around with the steps. You can turn the steps on and off. Everything in real time, and so yeah, it's a lot of fun of generating trigger sequences. After all, it's the same operation as the one row of the TR-808.
Yeah.
It's nothing but 8 times the TR-808.
Can you make it swing?
It depends upon the clock. It has no built-in clock, so whenever a new clock comes, there's an advance to the next step. So it depends from the clock source if there is a swing or there is no swing. Yeah. What you see here is a simple version. That means all rows are running at the same speed and the same direction. There will be improved control unit where it's possible to adjust the parameters of each row independently. So independent first step, last step, forward, running, different clocks and so on.
So lots of polyrhythms.
Yeah.
Is this a new case as well?
Yeah. We also have a new case. It's the low-cost base frame. The main idea is to combine it with the other low-cost frames. We already have a similar frame, which you can see over there. But the main problem is the price of this unit.
Yeah, sure.
And, many customers were asking, if it would be possible to have something similar like that, but at a lower price. And that's the idea of the A100 low-cost base frame. We also have a new module, which is a licensed copy of the Serge VCS, the voltage controlled slew limiter. We have an agreement with Serge and CGS to build this as an A100 module because many customers were asking for the functions of the Serge VCS, but in the A100. And we were very happy to make an agreement with them. Yeah, I think these are the most important news, and see you next year.
Thank you.